Well, if you thought thievery was limited to the United States of America, you were sadly mistaken on Sunday in London. International thievery, Kevin Donnelley. What do you think about that?
Man, went across seas, got some crimes successfully done, came home. 5 interceptions, 7 total turnovers. Unbelievable by this defense.
Yeah, well, obviously the back end played a big role with those interceptions, but the Russian coverage always kind of got to complement each other. Kevin, take a look for us at some of those plays and give us a sense for how the Russian coverage were able to help create those takeaways.
Well, you're absolutely right about Russian coverage. Coach Rivera says that all the time, Max. So when you look at this defense, what they're able to do with bringing a variety of different guys, here you're going to see right there, you got pressure from the outside. They're going to bring some pressure on the inside. Let this play go a little bit. This is the very first play of the game. We'll pause it right there. So they have just a simple 4-man rush here that it ends up being. So not a blitz, but that allows more guys to drop. Luke has done a good job here of actually watching the eyes of the quarterback here and is nestled into an area that really makes this a tight window for Jameis. So as you watch this play continue, Max, the throw, it's tight. He has to avoid Luke here. That gives Bradbury an unbelievable jump on that ball that was just tremendous. I mean, a great catch. A guy that, first few years of his career, not racking up interceptions, but this game, 2 big ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first play of the game, Kevin, to get an interception on the
Tone-setter.
first play. Tone setter, and really for Jameis Winston, you got to think, too, that maybe makes them a little more cautious back there in their pocket, knowing I'm 0 for 1 with an interception to start this thing off.
Yeah, it's kind of the way you want to start a game, get in their head, and I think it carried over to this play right
Sure.
here. Because as you watch this again, they've got some guys up front, so pressure could be something that happens in this during this. So watch this play. You're going to see this defensive line attack this, and are they bringing pressure? We'll let it go here. I want to see if these guys bring pressure. Did they bring 5? Pause it right there. Yes, they're bringing 5. So that means they want to try and get some pressure here on the quarterback, wherever it comes from. There's Shaq, there's Irvin. So can they squeeze down on this? Watch the play progress here. As he gets back, pause it right there. Irvin comes in with a nice rush, so they got what they wanted. Basically, 5-on-5 with these guys here. That's 1-on-1. Nobody can help anyone else. We need one guy to win. Bruce Irvin does that, sets up this next interception beautifully. You'll see a pick right here by Elliott, who does a great job just being Johnny on the spot, but caused by the pressure.
Yeah.
So you saw that first one. I think it's the coverage of that and where they're able to get coverage. The second one here, the pressure caused the errant throw, another turnover.
Yep, the errant pass there from Winston, Jameis Elliott, the former Buccaneer. Johnny on the spot for the interception. Let's take a look at our next play here. And I believe this one comes courtesy of Mr. Luke Kuechly. Is
Luke
that correct?
Kuechly, and this is just brilliant, okay? So they're gonna end up throwing to this area right here, trying to get a receiver. Luke right here, tied in on this tight end right here. And this is beautiful because basically what they're doing is man on the outside. They're going to bring a blitz with some pressure. So you're going to see pressure up front. These guys here are going to play like a little bit of zone here. So as this play goes, you're going to see the tight end here do this. As it's running, you'll see he calls him out to Shaq. Shaq picks him up. Pause right here. So this is covered now. Leaves Luke in a window right here. He's expecting Evans to kind of come back underneath here. It's just too tight for Jameis. Great coverage here with the pressure.
I mean, let's take a look at all the carnage down here, too.
A lot of white jerseys
Right.
down there. When you combine that, man, that's easy peasy right here. Watch this thing as it finishes out. Let's see if any guys on the defense can block. All right, so he's got this interception. We'll pause it right here. So looks like Haynes is running down to do business. Butler's going the wrong way, but we don't care. He had 2 sack fumbles, so let him go. But watch this as it continues on. Some pretty decent blocking here. Right there, Haynes gets a block. Shaq gets a block. Nice job, good return. Would have liked to see him get in, but you understand.
That's some teaching tape right there. I mean, that's as good as you can expect from a defensive coordinator there. Eric Washington and Ron are very excited about that one. Okay, man, we got to keep going with these interceptions. There's more coming. Let's take a look at this next one here, Kevin.
All right, this one's beautiful. This one's later in the game. 11-point lead, okay? So you can play a little bit softer here, but they're essentially in kind of a man coverage. So as you watch this play, watch the front. A lot of bodies up front. Do they bring the pressure? They're going to bring it. So we'll let this play go here, and you're going to see extra bodies. Pause it there. You've got basically, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means pressure. That means these guys got to hold up. But they're off the ball here. So what you're going to have is these guys are in a position where they're man-to-man, but they can also keep an eye on Jameis and where this ball's going. Cockrell does this brilliantly. So watch this play as it unfolds. The pressure starts closing in. He wants to get rid of this. Cockrell actually comes off of his man, sees the ball in the air, gets the interception. A really headsy, experienced play from Cockrell. He's been a godsend with Dante Jackson being injured.
Yeah, I read the quarterback's eyes, jumped the route, another interception, and they weren't done just yet. Late in the game, the Buccaneers trying to tack on some late points, and Jameis Winston tosses one up for grabs. James Bradbury on the receiving end of
Yes, and just a little bonus for Bradbury overseas. One more thievery before he flies back over, right? This one, to me, is basically this defense just stuck a fork in Jameis's back. He's done. He does not want any more. Just watch this play. Basically throwing this one up for grabs, and you'll take them when you can get them. You love to pad stats. These secondary and the DBs especially love it. Decent amount of pressure. He did have time to throw and get a throw out of there. And basically that one, Max throwing in the towel.
I mean, breaking the will of this Buccaneers offense, right? When we saw it last week when we looked at that Jacksonville defense, and the will was broken by that offensive line. This time on the other side of the ball, as you said, Kevin, I mean, at that point it looked like Jameis and the Bucs were just kind of ready to pack it in.
Yeah, it looks like this defense is taking shape. It is a championship defense in the works. I'm excited to see what this team does with a tougher schedule up ahead.
All right, well, no more thievery through the bye week. A little bit of break for everybody, but we'll be back to break down the next one right here on Self Scout.